But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your ki, the primal energy that flows through every...
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you, your inner voice.
So glad you realize who you really are.
You can't contradict yourself like that. You made the right choice to begin with. Why would you change your...
Because you can't...
But remember...
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. Knocked down. Get back up again. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Sharp. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Bang! Flash the slash. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Making great progress. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new... Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf. Just once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Get out of here. King! That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. You always find good use for things like that. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is over. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left him. How Lupa Lupin He says it has taken you a long time. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided. Had it not been for the tree of Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably... He understands why you came all the way out here. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai need. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use... He's grateful for all the help. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did good here.
Wherefore, where we?
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow.
Muk bebuk nuk nuburak valu alu herwa.
The tree started to die when the end of days begun.
Yunulua.
Records tell of the ruinous death. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Murkpuff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the northwest route. Nocco has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the Hoofpuff at the end of the east route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Googlide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porkypuff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Tolu keta. Ya wawan aya mu aya adu awa ya ea. Tamuk gabamuk tam wekek udilfov ugvuhu vobra bun.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the city. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
Nam tope una mampoa. E maseo la trowele. E maseo due wanucha.
He worries there won't be much left to save.
Il se surfala. E zauzi. I penalinde si taulama.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by...
No so penseo.
He's...
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light?
Not as much as it hurts to...
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important.
Setuatan papkila. Why getawa?
Out of Date says you...
Loma utulu. Ba. Yowo.
The Myriad...
Fabobe. Mok kofar.
Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the... The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Tolidrea ya maoloa.
Out of...
Farfarifto. Tuka kubu koyevun.
He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part.
Auketo tul atu iamanau udelu kun unyofubu wesa gono.
Out of Date will be...
Chintwata moti huasa.
Regardless, you'll meet again once... Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. What can't you take? Close encounter. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance.